What about free agents for the Cavs? Are they looking at any? Is it likely that that the Cavs potentially sign any free agents, or what's your sense that you're getting with the Cavs in free agency?
Well, it's very unlikely that they're going to sign anybody of note. They could potentially sign some undrafted rookies. They just don't have the room under the salary cap to really bring in anybody that's really going to be anything more than a surprise contributor. You're not going to get a guy who is, well, he's going to help right away. You may get some guys who are more or less, well, maybe they'll help. So, and that even goes if they do trade JR's contract, because they are still going to be paying luxury tax and be over the salary cap. So that's tough situation in free agency. But they will certainly try to bring in those type of guys that can audition for a role and for a contract, whether it's summer league, training camp, before training camp. They will definitely be a third or fourth tier free agent type of player. But if the Cavs are going to make some roster moves, they're going to have to do it with, obviously, the draft, which they did, bringing in 3 new guys, as well as trades. Those are really their 2 options. Free agents, it's going to be a tough road to hoe because they just don't have the money and they don't have the winning record.
When you look at Kevin Love, is that a guy that do you still think he'll be here, or is that somebody that they could eventually look to move, or would they have to be overwhelmed to trade Kevin Love at this point?
Right now, they'd have to be overwhelmed, and they're not going to get that offer, I wouldn't think, simply because Kevin hasn't been able to stay on the court. He wasn't able to stay on the court last year, so teams aren't going to go all in and trade for him. You obviously know New Orleans with David Griffin, the GM there, loves Kevin Love, would love to get him, but it's just too hard. For the Cavs, they're not going to just give him away because he can be a vital piece in terms of helping the younger players develop. So as long as there's a trade deadline or it's trade season, we're going to hear Kevin Love's name come up. However, it's going to be tough to move him right now. I think that potentially before the trade deadline, after the season starts, and if he proves that he can stay out on the floor and be effective, contenders will go after him and give the Cavs the type of pieces they may want, but it's just not going to happen this summer.